Hey guys, Primal Instincts here, and I'm in the mood to record one of those podcasts that some of you like to listen to. And I thought, why not tackle a big topic in this one, like how I got started on YouTube, or how the No Dio Hero came to be. And in order to tell the story, I think I should start at the very beginning. And you guys will want to hear all the details as they connect. So let's start from the top. Well, before it was known as the No Dio Hero, before it was even a YouTube channel, it actually started off as a Facebook account. Well, not exactly. I just had a personal Facebook account and I like sharing photos and videos on there. Like I used to take pictures of wildlife, like cool bugs that I would see or like animals in the wild. I'd spend a lot of time outside and hanging out in the woods and just paying attention to the world around me. And people love my photography. I also took pictures of me like in the woods, going with the natural body and a natural background kind of photo art. Yeah, people love my pictures. All my friends and family and also the followers I had on Facebook. They liked the pics, and I would do nature videos too, like wildlife videos, or I would also do these comedy skits, like these short, funny videos of me that I would edit together, and I would put background music in them. So I was like a comedian photographer on Facebook, and people loved it because, a lot of people use that for like negativity or like politics and stuff, but I was actually entertaining people and giving them something to enjoy. And I ended up moving back to the Midwest from the West Coast. See, I was originally from the Midwest, but my family had moved to the West Coast when I was young. But then they ended up moving back after a while, and I stayed in the West Coast because I was used to it, and I didn't want to like move again. But I was doing a lot of partying at that time. Like all the friends, my whole social circle I had were just like party hard kind of guys, and we were like losing our jobs and getting into trouble because we just lived for the partying. And that was just kind of the scene of that area of the West Coast. It's like everybody, all the young people were just partying hard and getting into trouble. So after doing that for a while, I wanted to like change my life and just start living a different way because I was just tired of that same lifestyle and it wasn't really working out for me anymore. And I got an invite from someone of my family was getting married, and they're like, yeah, my family's like, I know you're partying and you don't have money right now because that's all you're doing. But we'll buy you a plane ticket if you want to go to this wedding. And I decided to use it as an opportunity to just start over. I was like, yeah, can I fly out there and just stay? And they're like, yeah, like they're so happy to hear that. They wanted me to go back there. They wanted me to get away from the area and like not party all the time anymore. So I flew back and, I cleaned up my act and healed. Nature helped me heal and move on. And by that time, I was ready to go back to work again. I took a little urging from my family, but I was like, you know what? Yes, I do want to start working again. I ended up getting this restaurant job. It was like the second job I got. The first one was a sandwich shop I wasn't at for too long. But this restaurant job, it was great for me. I was making good money. I met a lot of friends there, which I needed at the time. And one of the friends I met was somebody that you guys probably know from my channel named T-Rex. And he had just bought a house with his girlfriend. And they had an extra room and they needed help paying the mortgage. And I guess one of her friends was supposed to move in, but it didn't work out. So he asked me like, hey, we've been talking at work for a while. I need a roommate. Would you like to be one? And I was just like, yes, because I was still staying with family and I actually wanted to find a friend to move in with. So that was perfect for both of us. So I ended up moving in. We're still working at this restaurant job together. And we end up having some really cool stuff in common. I mean, we like the same shows, the same music. He wanted to get into working out, and I was going to the gym regularly. And he's like, dude, forget going to the gym. Let's just get some equipment and weights and work out here. So that's what we did. We were working out at home together. And I was having so much fun just like bonding and connecting with this dude. And he even got me like drinking again. I had quit drinking and like left that long behind. But he wanted a drinking buddy roommate, so I started drinking again so we could do that together. And it was nothing too wild or out of control. I just quit and I was like, you know what? Sure, let's do it. But we were such good friends, and I decided that all those like photos and videos I'd been posting on my personal Facebook, I started just taking pictures with him and our new mutual friends from this restaurant job. We all started hanging out at that house together. And it was a lot of fun. We'd like entertaining pictures and little comedy videos, or us just, getting drunk and being jackasses together and making our friends and family laugh from watching it. And people were loving that too, man. They're like, dude, you guys are the best. Keep it up. Then came the day I finally got tired of Facebook. It was really invasive. How it poses as this like friendly, honest social media / friend finder site, but they're really just like storing and selling your data. And I didn't really like that. And also most people were posting like politics and arguing and negativity on Facebook. And I just wanted to disconnect from all that. So I made a post saying I was going to delete my account. And people were like, no, man, what about the videos? Your awesome videos you guys film. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I want to keep doing that. So I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I told everybody to just follow me there. And I deleted the Facebook. Well, I went to create the YouTube channel and it asked me for the name. And I was like, what am I going to call this? I was like, it's just my friends and me goofing around, being jackasses, horsing around, just being funny and entertaining together. But I wanted to name it in honor of T-Rex because he was my roommate. I was a roommate at his house, and we were such good friends, and that was really just like the genesis of everything. Like all of us from work hanging out together and just becoming this like really cool like group of bros. So I was like, okay, what do T-Rex and me have in common? What can I name this? And I thought about how we both didn't really use deodorant. It was a funny, gross, weird fact about us because I have a natural outlook. So I wasn't using deodorant at all, like ever. I didn't even own it at the time. Like down the road, I would start using like unscented, just like for work, and that's it. But like I wasn't using it at all at the time. And he would only use it if he went like days without showering and would just use it because he didn't want to shower another day, but he didn't want to like offend everybody. But he mostly didn't use the deodorant either. So there's this punk band called the No WTO Combo, and it was like a super group. It's like Nirvana's bassist, Chris Novoselic, and like Jello, the lead singer from Dead Kennedys, he was the singer. And then Kim Thale, Soundgarden's guitar player, he was in there. And I forget who the drummer was. But I really like the name of their band, just the way it rolls off the tongue. The No WTO Combo. Like the WTO, it had to do with like a bill that they were protesting against as a punk supergroup band. But I just really like the name of that. So I thought about that name, and I thought about that we both don't use deodorant. And I was like, the No Deo Duo. Instead of WTO, it's Deo, short for deodorant. And instead of combo, because, it was like a super group, it was like a bunch of people. It was just two of us. So it was duo, because we were a filming duo. The No Deo Duo. That's where that came from. And of course, it's called the No Deo Hero now because T-Rex, he got married and moved on in life. And I renamed it the No Deo Hero so I can continue on without confusing people. But that's how it got started. We started just filming the same kinds of videos, just us horsing around, getting drunk, like wrestling around, doing the workouts and little challenges and just trying to be like weird and crazy and wild and just entertaining people because Jackass was a show that inspired us all. So we were definitely kind of doing like our own style of Jackass, but just also like more of our own kind of ideas instead of just trying to copy that. But we started doing stuff. People started finding our videos. Like people just started leaving comments, and subscribers started to grow. Because initially it was just like, here, tell the friends and family and the coworkers, and that's all we expected was going to watch the videos. We weren't trying to get famous or discovered or anything. It was just little videos like that. But YouTube's algorithm was sending people to us. So we were like growing. I was like, hey, look at that. We started getting comments from people who were becoming our fans and wanting to see more. We're doing like boxing matches and workout challenges. And I have a talent of holding my breath for a really long time. So we were having like breath holding contests, and I was showing off how long I could do it for. And people were just resonating with everything, like the comedy skits. And one day I came up with this video idea. I was trying to think of something new and unique to do for the channel, and I was using a phone to record at the time. So first I held the phone over my head, like above me, so it was kind of like a bird's eye view. But I was like, that's not really a good view. That's not probably going to be a real good video. So then I took the camera and I set it down on the ground facing up at me, and I stood over it. I was like, well, that looks kind of cool. I'm like towering over the camera like a giant or something, or like, standing over somebody. And I pressed record and started goofing around. Like, I kind of like acted like I bent down and punched the camera, and then I like stomped on it. And I was outside on the grass, so I was barefoot because we had just like finished filming like a boxing match together, and we had just been doing it barefoot on the grass in his backyard. But I was doing that for a little bit, and I called T-Rex over. I was like, hey, look down. I was like, stomp on the camera, like act like Godzilla, because his nickname was T-Rex. And he started screeching and like stomping on the camera. And I ended up uploading that to the channel. And like all these people started watching the video and leaving comments and like, hey, more of these. And I would later go on to call them stomp down videos after one of my friends called them that, and I was like, whoa, that's actually a really cool name for it. I'm going to call it that, stomp down word, because it's like a virtual beatdown. That's what it looks like a point of view. You just got jumped by us, and boom, bam, bam, you're getting hit and stomped. And that was inspired actually from the printer smashing scene from the movie Office Space, the 1999 movie Office Space. They took this malfunctioning printer out to a field. They started stomping it and hitting it with a bat and punching it. And they got rap music, the Ghetto Boys playing in the background. And I would often put like rap instrumentals in the background of those stomp down videos, because it was inspired by that scene. And that really, like the combination of all that stuff we were doing, it really jump started like a cult following of fans. But we noticed that some of the comments that were being left, it wasn't really like calling us funny all the time. Some of them were, but some of them, like people were just like telling us how hot we were, how we were like such hot, fit young men, and that they were trying to like request us to do stuff for them. And we're like, yeah, we do what we want. Like, this is my channel. This is our little fun corner of the internet. We do what we want. But then people started asking us if they could pay us to film videos for them. And at first I was like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. But people kept asking. And I asked T-Rex one day, I was like, hey, people are like asking us if they can pay us for videos. What do you think? He's like, tell them yes. That was his instant reply. I was like, oh, really? I didn't know if he'd be like uncomfortable about that. I mean, I'm cool with it if you are. Like, I'm down. I just didn't know if you would be. He's like, yeah, man, that's money. Let's do it. So we started taking these video requests. And like the first ones we got were related to like the stomp down videos. Like, hey, man, I'm a big fan of your stomp down videos. You guys usually do them like outside, barefoot in the grass. What if you do one wearing socks this time, filmed indoors? So that was like our first video commission ever. And it's like, well, sure. Like, we've been doing this for free, for fun. And like, you want to pay us to do the same thing, just like wear socks instead? Like, duh, we'll do it. Like, no problem. So I set up payment accounts, and a payment was sent. and T-Rex and I shared it, and we filmed the video for the fan. And they were very pleased. And like the first few commissions, we actually posted them on the channel, and we're like, yeah, this was filmed for a fan. But then we realized, like, maybe we shouldn't do that because they're paying to see it, number one. And number two, like, I want to keep the channel just being stuff that we want to do for fun. So instead, we just put the word out there. Like, I created a website, an official website, and I put a notice on there, and I mentioned it in videos. And we started telling people in videos too, like, hey, we do custom videos. If you guys have something you want to see, send an email, let us know, send a payment, and we'll film for you, and we'll email it to you. And that just like jump-started this whole custom videos thing. And we had a lot of fun doing it. It was very interesting to see the kind of videos that we would get. But it really started to take off once there was people from the fan base who were like reaching out. There was this one guy who reached out, and he's like, hey, my name's whatever from France, and I really like you guys. You guys are very good looking. I really like the Stomp Down videos. I have this group on Google Plus. Google Plus used to be a thing, and they used to have these little community groups you can create and post in. And he's like, I have this group of people who would really appreciate you guys and your content. And he's like, we really like your Stomp Down videos. People are actually already talking about you in there. It's a group about like men's feet, but you guys are welcome to, like share your content in there, and you will get a lot more fans and appreciation if you do. And like this guy's approach, I know some people would probably hear that and they'd be like, oh, okay, well, that just sounds weird. But I mean, you have to understand, like, this guy's approach, it wasn't like creepy or weird or anything like that. Like, he was so honest and straightforward and polite. I mean, he just said, hey, I'm a fan and I like what you do and you're good looking and you can post in my group and you'll have a lot more people thinking the same thing. And like, just like the sincerity and honesty of him, like, I had to respect him. Like, there was nothing in my mind like calling him a weirdo or anything like that. It's like, yeah, man, people like what they like, and this guy's vibe is really chill. So I took him up on his offer. I joined his group at his invite, and I posted in there, and sure enough, we started getting like more viewers on top of the ones we were already getting just from the videos, that all the kinds of videos we were posting together. But that got us more. And we started getting comments from people, and a lot of them were like, positive and supportive, but the comments did start to get a little carried away. They started to get a little too adult in nature and too often, and it even started reaching a point where people were starting to try to be entitled and just like comment on like our workout videos and say, hey, I don't want to see this, I want to see the Stomp Downs, or I want to see your this or your that. And I had to put people in check. I had to put my foot down. Oh, how's that for a saying? And let people know, look, this is still my channel. My friends and me post what we want for fun, for free, for everyone to enjoy. And I just kept reminding people, like, we're totally comfortable though, like filming custom videos if you want to commission us for it. And people responded to that. Like, they respected it. We started getting even more like custom video commissions, and there was like all kinds of different things too. It wasn't just one thing over and over. It wasn't just like Stomp Downs over and over. It was all kinds of like interesting stuff. And T-Rex and I were not the judgmental type. Like, we were never judging anybody. Like I said, it was a little annoying at first because it almost seemed like people were trying to take over the channel for a moment and just like overrun it and give it like a negative vibe in the comment section. But like I said, I put a stop to it, and I let people know, like, hey, we're not judging you, but don't be trying to tell us what to do, that kind of thing. And we all gained a mutual respect for each other. And, fast forward to today, like I said, T-Rex got married, and his wife didn't want him hanging out with me or filming videos anymore. So he moved on. And October is going to be the 10th year of me filming as the No Dio Show. Started off as the No Dio Duo. It was briefly named the No Dio Trio when Lord Rubik's, a mutual friend of ours that we met at that restaurant, was filming a lot for a while. And it's now the No Dio Hero, because I've had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me that just me being myself and unabashedly just being open about who I am and what I like and my opinions on things, and people really resonate with and respect that. I mean, I'm a pretty alternative person, I would say. In terms of, like I said, who I am, I'm really open about the fact that I'm what you call asexual. Like I'm not a breeder. I'm not wired to breed. It's like awkward and not interesting to me, and I wouldn't enjoy it, no matter if it's a guy or a girl. So like I'm not into like penetration or intercourse. I do have like a romantic side, and I'm open about that. I do have like a wild side, but there's a lot of people out there that are the same way, and they just totally resonated with that energy that I was putting out there by being myself. And that's why it makes sense to me. Like I started off this channel just friends goofing around and, trying to be our own version of Jackass and just living life together and creating memories and doing the social media thing as bros and friends. But there's people out there who found it and they just really resonated with the vibe we were putting out there. It's like, respect each other, respect what you individually like, be close friends, be there for each other. And that message just really hit home with a lot of people, and it resulted in this amazing cult following of fans who continue to this day to commission custom videos and just appreciate me being me. And any other friends that I've since had on the channel along for the ride, I always invite friends to be part of the fun because I love doing it, man. If I didn't, I wouldn't still be doing it. I mean, 10 years is a long time. I've never worked at a job for anywhere near that. I think the longest job I had was 4.5 years at a place. But as you can see, if I enjoy something, I will do it a long time. And I love doing this, and that's why I'm continuing to do it. Like this is a life-changing thing for me, and it has been for other people too who have told me this. That just listening to me talk about myself in my vlog, just my identity and encouraging people to be themselves and not allow themselves to be judged or misjudged or mistreated. And don't be ashamed of who you are. Like I just really put that out there, man, because there's a lot of people out there, like we have heightened interests in things, And I noticed that with the custom videos, like all the videos my friends and me were filming on the channel and for people were always, there was nothing like sexual about them. It was just us having fun. Like people would send us an idea and we would film it. They're like, all right, bet. Like, what do you want to see? You want us to act like giants and we just found you and we pretend to eat you? Like we would film it and have fun with it. There was no judgment. There was no like, whatever. It's like, okay, cool. We did it. We made it our own. And everybody always told us we did great. And they love seeing us do it and bring that to life because it's something that they really like to see. And it's like, yeah, man, like people have fetishes. But it's like if something's harmless, and like I said, it's not even being filmed from an adult standpoint. That's why T-Rex and me and all of our other friends, like we were always so cool about it. We weren't weirded out by it because it's like, all right, we get it. People have things that they like to see, that they're into. It makes them feel good. And it's a good thing to make somebody feel good. And it's like, it's just a video we're filming, like we're not doing anything in person or anything for random people. It's like, those are our fans. Those are people who like us. They think we're great people. They think we look great and they like us so much. They're willing to support us and they want to see us entertain something for them. And it's like, I have no problem with that. None of us did. We were not judgmental people. It was not hurting anybody. It wasn't hurting us. There was nothing embarrassing or humiliating or anything like that. Like, even the scenes where it's like, okay, this person bullied that person. Like, we just went along with it, man. To us, it's like we're actors in somebody's script. It's like, okay, well, I'm the bully and you're the guy that gets picked on. So just stick to your character, act out their script, and they'll love it. and they always did. So it's a golden opportunity to me, and the fact that it's empowering people and making a positive impact on their life, that's huge to me. Like, this is something that I started that turned out to be something incredible. And like, yes, I am underground. I'm not mainstream, and I'm glad. I don't want to be recognized in public. I don't want the kind of attention that celebrities get. That would be terrible. It would just probably stress me out, to be honest. So I would much rather have a diehard cult following of fans instead of just a general audience anyways. Instead of someone's just like, that was great. Like, I love that people love me. I love the compliments. Like, I love when people tell me I'm good looking, or I'm in good shape, or that I'm hot. And like, I appreciate all that, man. I love that I appeal to people that way, and I make the impact I have on people's lives, and all the fun memories I've created with all the friends that I filmed with over all the years, man. And like, everybody had fun doing it. No one had any regrets. Like, it was all 100% fun, and we all did it together for as long as they could. And I'm still doing it, baby. I'm still doing it. October 5th is going to be 10 years of the No Dio Hero. That's 1 month away. In 1 month, it turns 10 years old. A decade of my life, guys. The No Dio show represents 10 years of my life. So, yeah, pretty significant to me. Doesn't matter how many subscribers I have, how many views I get, or how underground versus famous I am. The thing that I look at is the impact, and that is huge. That's bigger than any subscriber counts, bigger than any, popularity contest. It means far more to me. And yes, I have made a lot of money with the tremendous support from the fans, the amazing fans I have, but the impact is worth more than money. So just the combination of that, man, being it a lucrative decision, and the impact that it has on people, and it makes me feel really good too doing it, and the connections I make with the people that commission me for scenes and stuff, or even just regularly leave comments on the videos, like, that's incredible to me, and I live for it, man. I want to keep doing it as long as I can. So the channel, it had an innocent beginning, and it just turned into something even better than I could have hoped. That's the story. That's how it began. So I'm going to still be doing it for you guys. Thank you for listening to this. If you took the nearly 30 minutes to do so, now you know what the channel started as, why it's named the way it is, and why I love doing it, continue to do it, and will continue to do it for a long time to come. As long as I feel like it and physically can. So hit me up. I still do the custom videos after 10 years. Yes, I do. The NoDioHero@gmail.com. My friend D Nasty is still currently filming with me at the time of this video. His life is still allowing for that, because there's been a lot of featured friends that come and go as their lives change over time. But D Nasty and I are still filming. So if you want a custom video with me and another person, hit me up in that same email, and we will film a video for you. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to stay more up to date with me. Be sure to watch the shorts feed, because I upload more shorts than I do long form videos. You guys know how it goes. It's mostly a short video social media game now. But no, they're quicker and easier to film, but I do still film both. But take care. Thank you for listening again. There will be more podcast episodes. There will be more videos. And I am always updating my Patreon too. Patreon.com/TheNoDioHero. If you want to support me on a monthly basis, it means a lot, and you do get exclusive content as thanks. So, see you guys in the next video. Much love to you all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for making 10 years possible. It's incredible to me. 10 years and counting. See you guys in the next one. Primal instincts, and have a good night.